and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host Saieed Ali, a spiritual consultant and real estate businessman. Remember, for those of you that are having spiritual problems, you can feel free to contact me, 339-1670 or 238-6716. Tonight, I want to say a special good night to you viewers. Those of you on our page, Real Talk with Saieed Ali page, like and share as we go live. Remember to encourage your friends and your family to like and share the page, so that Trinidad and Tobago would know that this is the #1 current affairs program in our country, where we give you updates of matters, of incidents that happen in our country. For those of you who do not know, we are the #1 thus far. So viewers, those of you on YouTube, subscribe, TT Real Talk, hit the bell and you would know when we go live. So, as we start off tonight, you see, I read and I am ready. I am read and I am ready. That does not mean to say I am a PNM. I want to make it clear. It's just the suit is red. You know, my heart clean. Like I've always said, don't expect me on any political platform, because that will dampen me. And I don't want that. So as we start off tonight, viewers, the Ministry of Health has recorded another case of COVID-19. This now takes the number of confirmed cases to 142. Investigations are ongoing as to how the patient contracted the virus. In its update today, the Ministry of Health said there are now 6 COVID-positive patients being treated at the Cora Hospital. Earlier this week, cases number 139 and 141 were also placed under investigations. These patients were not repatriated citizens with recent travel history. So which means it started right here. Right here. So viewers, before I go further from here, feel free to call your friends, feel free to call your family, send them the little WhatsApp message, the little Facebook message, messenger message. Tell them Saieed Ali is going on and let them tune in where they get the real updates. So viewers, before we go further, I want to let you know that these local cases, we have to be aware of it. Now more than ever, because it is not imported anymore. What we have to worry about is cases being spread from persons to persons right here now. So please, when you're going out, wear your mask, walk with your sanitizer, make sure you're safe. Because we saw what took place and still is taking place around the globe with the COVID-19 virus. So my friends, family, viewers of Real Talk, well-wishers, please, your health is in your hand presently. So take heed of what is taking place in Trinidad and Tobago, and don't let us end up like some countries where people falling down and dying with the virus. It is very dangerous. Your health is in your hands, and please take care of it. Take care of your family. You need to do that now more than ever. Not like the last 3 months that went by. Not like the last 3 months. So now you have to take a breast step at this situation, since it is locally spread now. It is more dangerous now than 3 months back or 4 months back. So feel free to call in our studio, 238-6716. Drop your comments, let us hear what you have to say. Those of you outside of Trinidad and Tobago, dial 1-868-238-6716 and let's hear what you have to say. So, as we move on tonight, approximately 30 workers in the Sanwa area have gone into self-quarantine after they were probably exposed to a secondary contact of a patient with COVID-19. Several businesses have closed their doors after possible exposure to the individual, who later tested negative for COVID-19. So thank God they're safe and they don't have to worry. Hopefully in a couple of days the business place would sanitize and they will be back to work. Caller, good night.
Pleasant good night, Mr. Saieed Ali.
Go right ahead, sir.
You're looking super sexy.
Super.
Yes, Saieed. I'm calling from Barrington. I'm calling from the government.
Caller, we are again short in the phone line. We are not hearing you clearly. If you want to hang up and call back, it's not a problem. We will accept your call. So those individuals in the Sawa area, they were very lucky. God be with them. That would have been serious. So, we're starting off tonight with the Minister of Health. You know, I love to talk about VUPs and VAPs. I had to say he became a friend now because VUPs, somebody end up by side to do something, and VAPs, something happened to them. So listen this. Health Minister Terence Dayal Singh has revealed that his battle with COVID-19 is far more than professional. Oh, listen this, This is the man, I believe, he said Trinidad and Tobago have the best health care in the world. He said his daughter contracted the virus. In a series of tweets, the minister detailed that while Europe was the epicenter of the virus spread, his daughter and son-in-law, who both reside in England, were diagnosed with COVID-19. To the minister, best wishes to them. Our regards are with them and hope they come out of this successful and healthy. I can't wish bad on him. Neither the family, because it will come like a wishing bad on anybody to get the virus, So we're not condoning that bad spell thing. Dayal Singh briefly outlined the personal struggle he endured while managing TNT's COVID-19 response, even while worrying about his own family. So, Minister, I just want to say thank you for standing up, even though you had epidemic going on your side, Be strong. At the end of the day, you are the Minister of Health in Trinidad and Tobago presently. So I don't want to wish anything bad on your family. I just hope from Real Talk Studios that your daughter and your son-in-law, they are fine and they are okay. Because anybody could get the virus. Anybody could get it. So, as we move on from that now, he confirmed his commitment both as a minister and a member of Parliament and as Health Minister. Dayal Singh also dismissed claims that the government lacked empathy towards citizens abroad while TNT borders remain closed. Woo! Caller, good night.
Good night, Saieed Ali.
Go right ahead, I'm good.
Okay, I would like to thank Terence Dayal Singh for coming out and saying that his son-in-law tested positive. I'm calling from Baltara.
Okay.
And I want to congratulate the up and coming and people PNM that you is doing a good job.
Thank you, caller. So hear us now. Fire Friday, feel free to light up the airwaves, because I just light it up from Monday to Friday. Leader of the Congress of the People, Caroline Sipasad Bechan, said political parties must not align themselves to the criminal element. Well said. I will agree with you there, Ms. Caroline. She said election campaigns should instead be about educating the citizens of the country. Mrs. Sipasad Bechan made a statement at a political meeting hosted by her party.
That we do not get gangs involved in our campaigning, that there be no criminal elements involved in our campaigning. And as citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, I ask you to be vigilant where this is concerned.
The COP political leader warned that if this is the case, then there can be serious consequences after the 2020 general election.
We will all pay the price after this election on the 10th of August, 2020.
Now, viewers, I don't blame her for saying that. And that is true. Remember when the Commissioner of Police spoke about criminal elements getting state contract? Remember when he said that? So if a particular party align themselves with criminal elements to bully people, or to burn down office, or to destroy party offices, and a party align themselves with criminal, let's just say that party win election, and they're affiliated with the criminals, and the criminals would want something in return when they come into power. And what will happen? Technically now, the criminal have the protection of the administration that governs the country, whichever party wins the election. And that will create a problem. Because when TTPS start to do their work and lock up certain individuals, they are protected by people in high office. Hence the reason why we have criminals. Hence the reason why we have people, individuals saying in Trinidad and Tobago that we are untouchable. Why? Because they are being protected by individuals in high office. In high office. Caller, good night.
Good evening, Mr. Said.
Go right ahead.
Said, what they are saying looking for sympathy from the population? When a talk show host was, allegedly test positive for COVID, make a big scene about it. They was making fun about it. How the man crying and, you know.
No, but caller, listen this. Caller, I will tell you why they're laughing. Remember that individual is always say, he afraid of that, he afraid of that. They say it on TV, he afraid this, he afraid that.
Yeah.
And on a video now, he make it.
Yeah,
Oh God, so and so. I leave and he started to cry.
Yeah, but the fuck of the matter.
Now listen, that laughter was in the entire public domain.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, but the health minister them was coming and talking about your family have contacted COVID and you're looking for sympathy from the population. But what is very concerning about these cases that popping up here now is that they say that how this virus so contagious and the situation in the bars and all over the place. But yet now, and in the COVID, closely associated and affiliated with people. And I am wondering how it is nobody else has the virus but just one person in a household.
I understand what you're saying.
You understand what
Yes,
I'm saying?
yes.
So the kind of information we have been getting from this ministry and these people is very conflicting now. And it looked like whatever has been covering up is
now start to come
coming
out.
Into the population now. And it seems now like this bubble going to burst. And then all the praises they was trying to lay upon themselves,
It burst
seems
in.
like they cannot contain it again.
I understand what you're saying.
You understand? So we waiting now and seeing how far this thing going to go and how much more we would be learning in the close future about the testing. Because like I said, right in Grenada, they test over 40,000 people.
Yes.
And we have 1.4 million people in this
We
country.
test
and
about
we
4,000.
About 5,000 people.
Yes. Thank you,
Not
caller.
Just 5,000.
Thank you, caller. Point well taken. And that is so true. That is so true. Now, a bubble, you could only manage a bubble until it blows so big, you know. And after that, when you cannot contain it, that's when the mess starts, you know. That's when the mess starts. So, an average, now this is reports from the EBC, an average 34,857 people will be eligible to vote for the first time in the upcoming general election. Suggested figures from the Election and Boundaries Commission. So we have almost 35,000 people will be voting for the first time. So those parties that campaigning, whether UNC, whether you're PNM, whether you're PEP, whether you're DPP, or wherever it is P. You understand? We have almost 35,000 people added on to the list. That is pretty good. Pretty good. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Ali.
Go right ahead.
Mr. Ali is a joke. And when you hide things in the closet, it
just come out.
You understand?
Skeletons does come out.
Yes, you see what happened to PNM right now? They're back against a wall. You understand? And you want to pray, crying, oh, you and your wife was what, keep it up and didn't tell nobody or kind of thing. I mean, come on. You understand? What you do to people, always remember, my friend, when you spit in the sky is falling in the face, what you do to people, it will come back to haunt you.
Karma.
You understand? The PNM right now is running with like a headless chicken. You understand? Trying to close off this, close off that, and try to fool the people. Look what happened to Petrotrin.
Yes.
You understand? In the few days that come by, you want to close it off. And here the kind of statement Roger making. You understand? That when we sign it off, I go tell you who to vote for. I want to go and vote. What you really telling the people them?
I understand.
What you telling the people them? You're taking the public you're taking the taxpayers' asset that belongs to we, and you want to give it away free. You understand? Up to now, you never tell the people them. There's 72 100 people that are bid for it. You never tell the people who it is. How come Roger them is the oldest one? When you come now again, you say, listen to me, do a feasible study. They told them and they say, Petrotrin, don't close it, do a restructuring. You come and you close it because you know why? The AV drilling, boy, Mr. Ali, the AV drilling, they want to block. You understand?
I understand.
want the people to know the truth, my brother. And today, the people are going to vote them out and put a party to see about the people and give a sanity to this country, my brother, the UNC. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you, my friend, for calling in. Hey, this election, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. The last 10 years in our life have been different. It have been different. When last you saw your candidate, when last you see the MP pass in your area, when last you see the councillor passing, now is the time you will see them. And I do business who vex, you know, because we're talking the truth here. We're talking the truth. You have some people, only on election time, they see this campaign. They see the campaign manager, you see the councillor, you see the MP. After that, you do not see them. You do not see them. When they go into your office, you fill out a form and they put it on a stash and they leave it there until further notice. Until further notice. Very rare you would hear people saying, well, we see the MP or we see the councillor walking through the area. How often? How often you hear somebody call and say, well, let's see the councillor. For the last 5 years, he's been doing great in the area. How often you hearing that? All we are hearing is people complaining. Besides how he look. Is he tall? Is he short? Is he a local person? Because they don't know. They don't know. And they feel every 5 years, you can trick the citizens. Let me tell you something, my dear viewers. You cannot fool all the people all of the time. You will fool some of the people all the time. But not all the people all the time. Caller, good night.
Sorry, good night. You know something? There is a PNM administration which closed down Carrying Limited in 1975. Roger didn't say anything that time. Now there's a PNM government who closed down Petrotrin and he still can't say nothing. And he sided with probably to take the asset of the people. What kind of crazy thing they want to do? And they want people to vote for them?
Thank you,
Why they send down more patrol boat to see what the Venezuelans who coming into the country?
True.
Illegal. And put some more police force and let them be able to work. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, my friend. Feel free to call in and raise the topics and discussions. It's Fire Friday. Fire Friday is a day like that. Oh, before I go further, I do want to apologize for the cut that we got yesterday. it was not our fault. I do want to apologize for that, because you know you'll be viewing and all of a sudden you see like the show cut. That was not our fault. I humbly apologize for that. I have no idea what went on. None, because I wasn't informed that our show would be cut. I was not. I was told that it was going to have a political PNM UNC meeting. I was told, but I was not aware of any cut. So I do apologize for yesterday on behalf of Real Talk Studios. I am sorry. I am not taking the blame for that. So, caller, good night.
Yeah, good night, Mr. Ali.
Go ahead, my friend.
As you were just talking about party aligning themselves with criminal elements, right? Which political party could pay the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago their back pay payment and survive good that no criminal element touch them? Which political party could be unemployed, people could be in government and people could be unemployed and the criminal element is not touching them? Who was the people who shoot Andy Williams? Who were they aligned with?
Thank you.
Because up to now there's no motive, but I just listen 104.7 every morning, so I know the motive. The only person who don't know the motive is the Commissioner of Police. You understand? And why the Commissioner of Police only charging people at a certain way and not charging this amount of this other person? A gentleman in point was charged for threatening the Prime Minister. Julia Davy threatened the opposition leader on social media throughout Trinidad and Tobago, and no charges were laid against her. So I am asking, who is the police working with? And the police working also with the criminal element who is not touching the government? The criminal element is working with the government, right?
I saw the video.
Murder and no inquest into the murder. You understand? Thank you, sir.
Thank you, my friend. You see, viewers, these are the burning topics in the public domain, and people are looking for answers. They are seeing what is going on. It's not like we're blind. We are seeing what is taking place. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Ali.
Go right ahead.
I have a situation here. I understand that George Young's daughter came back into the country. And I heard Guy Griffith is the one who instigated to come back. And I thought when you get charged for guns and drugs, you're supposed to surrender your passport.
You're not supposed to leave the country, true?
Right. So how she's leaving to come back? I want you to investigate that to me.
I will
like Gary Griffith to answer that question.
I will have to do that. Thank you for raising the matter, caller. Thank you so much. Nationals of Trinidad and Tobago who are abroad and are afraid to speak out. This is according to the United National Congress candidate for Tabakit, Anita Haynes. She was speaking at the UNC virtual meeting last night. Ms. Haynes said she has been receiving numerous calls from citizens abroad who wants to return home.
Imagine being locked out of your own country. But worse yet, imagine your government making you a villain, making the rest of Trinidad and Tobago turn against you, a citizen who left simply to make life better for him and his family. I've had several.
So viewers, that was Anita Haynes. Now Ms. Haynes continued to say, these nationals fear victimization at the hands of the government of Trinidad and Tobago.
Our citizens are afraid to speak out. Imagine being told, I just want a chance to come back home. Being told a chance to come back home, but they will not show their faces. They're asking us not to say their names because they're afraid that the Rowley regime will attack them once they know who they are.
That is some serious statements, you know. That is some serious statements. But nevertheless, let's talk in some foolishness.